everybody, this is your intuitive tarot reading for October 2015. And the way I'm going to do this reading is I'm going to use the Radiant Rider-Waite deck. I'm going to choose one card for each week of the month. So I'm going to choose 4 cards, and then I'm going to choose a final card to give the overall theme. Okay, so let me do that then. So this is week 1 of October, week 2 of October, week 3 of October, week 4 of October, and then I'll choose the final theme. Okay, so the beginning of the month, the beginning of the month of October sees the 6 of Wands in reverse, and the 6 of Wands is about acclaim and success. And really what I get is that you get an inspiration, that you get a message in the first week of October that really allows you to change your life. It may not be a popular idea, it may not be publicly applauded, your family may not be really into it, but it's your guidance, it's your gift from the universe. And if you are strong and if you take ownership of that and say, yes, I feel inspired to do that, it speaks to me, I'm going to move ahead and move forward with that, you will have success with it despite the lack of social support that you get. Week 2 sees the King of Pentacles in reverse, and that relates to the first week more than it does for it to kind of stand by itself. That's what my intuition is telling me. And what that's saying is that you will have much more financial success if you listen to your own guidance and your own ideas during the first 2 weeks of October than if you do what other people tell you to do, or the thing that seems safe, or the thing that is socially kind of accepted or approved of. Okay, so let me just throw out an example there. If you, like myself, have always had a desire to work as a tarot reader or as an astrologer, but you come from a very conservative background, either a fundamentalist Christian background if you're from the West, or maybe you come from a restrictive kind of Muslim background where you just can't do that kind of thing. But the desire hasn't gone away. At some point you're going to have to make a choice of, do I kind of go against the grain here and do what I really feel guided to do? And if you decide to do it, I promise you that you will feel much happier if you listen to your own guidance rather than do what other people tell you, because that's where your success lies. And the fact that it isn't socially approved of isn't really your fault or your problem. You've got to listen to your own intuition at some point. It's your life. Week 3 is the King of Cups in reverse, and what that indicates is that this process so far is like the birth of a new you, the birth of a new path in your life, the birth of a new kind of direction for you to take. And I'd like to direct you also to watch the reading for the 1st of October, because that also really goes into what the biggest themes are for October, and it really sets the tone for the month. So you're birthing this new path in your life, this new idea, and it may not always feel easy. And I think particularly in week 3, when you've committed to it and when you're saying, I'm going to go for it, I'm going to do this thing that I want to do. Another example, for instance, if you come from a background of doctors, your dad was a doctor, your mother was a doctor, your brother, your sister, they're all going to become doctors. But you want to be a comedian, your family is going to say, hang on a minute, you know, we haven't paid for you to go to college, so you can now be a comedian. But it's your dream, it's your desire, and you say, I am going to be a comedian, I'm going to do it. You may feel a little bit under pressure, and your feelings may be a little bit pressed down. You may even feel a little bit depressed because it's a hard path. And when you accept your destiny, your specific path, it may not always feel easy. So just be aware that you're doing the right thing, and if you feel a little bit blue or under the weather, it's a normal part of making tough decisions and taking responsibility. The outcome will appear in the 4th week of October, and that's Death in reverse, which means new life, new beginnings, and that's what all of this is about. New beginnings in your career, you'll start to see the first kind of inklings of what you can do. So if you've decided to become an astrologer, you may have your first reading. If you've decided to be a comedian, you may do your first class, or you may have your first gig, or whatever it is. If you decide to, let's give another example here. Yeah, if your father is James Randi, you know, the psychic debunker who goes after people and says Uri Geller is a fraud. And if you're his son or his daughter, for instance, and you have a connection with mermaids and you believe that they're right, and you can do intuitive readings using the merfolk to bring you messages, James, your dad, isn't going to be particularly thrilled, and you're going to have a bit of a tough time. Continue to do that and do it. It's important. It's your life. And to be honest, I know that's a ridiculous and a really over-the-top example, but a lot of those things kind of happen. Often the most bigoted, homophobic fathers and mothers have drag queens for children. There's a point that happens. There's a reason. There's a reason that happens. Because I mean, I'm laughing. I'm not laughing because it's a funny situation. I'm laughing because it's so painful for the people involved. And it's so ironic, but we're all on a journey here, and we all have to learn to be more tolerant and to be accepting of other people, and how to understand that other people have their own journeys, you know, and that's really important. So the James Randi example, even though extreme, yeah, could have been quite likely. I think he's gay as well, so I don't think he had any biological children, but you see what I'm getting at with the theme. All right, so let's look at the overall theme here for October then, which really looks like a month of real change. Yes, and we've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse here, and it means that your daily routine, your structure, your foundation in life so far is really shaken up. And it's not just shaken up in a temporary sense. The shake-ups and the changes are going to take you down a long-term, permanent, different route and path in your life that is going to be with you for a long time. So that's exciting. That's really exciting. If you're self-employed, it could mean that, you know, you launch a whole new branch of your business, you launch a whole new sector. It may be that you leave the business behind and you start something completely new. If you're, if you've held one belief all of your life, it may be that you discover something comes in which takes you in a completely different direction. And that's really beautiful and wonderful and amazing. And it just shakes up your life, and it regenerates you. It really transforms you for the future. So I'm really excited for October. I hope you are as well after this reading. If you would like a private reading with me, in regard to what you should be doing for your work, what your life purpose is, what's coming up for you in relationships, what you should be looking at differently. And if you're unclear about anything that you'd like to get some guidance on, then please get in touch via the website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab and you'll see the types of readings that I offer. I do astrology, tarot, and numerology. All of those are wonderful to really give you clarity on your path. So get in touch with me for one of those. Please remember to subscribe to the channel so that these videos actually appear. And if you want to find me on social media like Twitter or Facebook, the username is GregoryScott444. Have a wonderful, wonderful month. I hope you really find this amazing new path that you're on. And I will speak to you daily for the daily tarot readings, monthly for the monthly astrology forecast, and also next month for the monthly tarot forecast. Have a great October, and I'll speak to you soon.